All right, all right. Yeah, man, I watched. I gotta. My memory sucks so bad too that
Mm.
um, I don't even remember what happened in the first seasons of Atypical. So I need to like rewatch some of that stuff before I even dive into the fourth season.
I so I watched like 3 episodes of the third season.
Uh,
And I didn't get a chance to watch the any episodes of the new one yet, but I think it's like 10 episodes. But I saw a couple episodes of last season. They kind of give you like a whole like refresher at the beginning. So like I kind
right.
I think I know what happened.
Hello,
So
Fightful Faithful.
yeah, it's that show is like so underrated. That's like a really good show.
Yeah, I mean, you turned me on to that show. Cause I'd seen the previews for it, and I was like, oh, this looks interesting. Like, I feel like I could watch this and get into it. But my time is just I can't sit down and watch a lot of stuff anymore. And
And they
like,
have the shit be like an hour long.
yeah, yeah, especially if it's a show like that. Like, I'll throw on just like mindless shit while I'm working, and I can just have that on in the background and whatnot. But
Real quick, what's your favorite show? Your favorite background show to have on while you writing?
oh, I've been having on like Love Island recently. Yeah, I'll just throw that on, or I'll just watch stuff that like I've seen a million times. Like I was still on like South Park episodes or Aqua Teen and stuff like that. Like I still on a bunch of nonsense. What do you usually listen to when you're getting stuff done?
I throw on what's the name? What's Diners, Drive-ins, and Dives. That's my show, right? Or I watch Pawn Stars.
Oh,
I
okay,
really
there you
like
go.
that show. I
There you
really
go.
like Pawn Stars. That show. I remember somebody told me one time they was like, "Well, how do you watch that show?" I'm like, I don't even think it's something that you like. I don't know what it is about that show. Is I don't know. It's just a good. It's entertainment. I don't know what it is.
Right.
You think the Bucks about to go up 3-2 tonight?
Oh man,
I think they're gonna beat Phoenix, bro. I do. I think they're gonna beat Phoenix.
you think so?
Yeah. I think they're gonna beat Phoenix.
I don't know. I don't know. Like the Bucks just don't play as well on the road. Like Middleton just I don't know what happens to that guy on the road. At home he's a killer. On the road like
Mm.
he just it's just weird. And I feel like Chris Paul is going to be better. He was not good last game, and I feel like he's going to be better. I don't know. I think it's gonna be a good game though. I really liked game four because the first three games were just kind of blowouts and stuff. So it was good that game four was competitive, and I like that the Bucks won because it made the
Right.
series competitive. So now it's a three-game series. So I think we're in for a good couple of games.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think I don't know why. I just feel like the the Suns, they are really good, but I don't know what it is. I just feel like the Bucks about to pull it off. Cause like I remember even when I was talking to Martin about like when the series first started, I was like the Bucks they gonna beat Phoenix. Like I don't know why. I just feel like they gonna get the up on them. Are you covering Slammiversary tonight?
Yeah, I'll be doing. I think all three of us are on Slammiversary, so it shouldn't be
Mm-hmm.
too terrible. I'm doing a lot of like
Right,
behind the scenes stuff because Sean's in Nashville, so I'm getting
right.
the
You like setting up the
podcast
podcast and
setup
shit.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm doing
Okay.
all that for them.
Anything you looking forward to from that for that show?
Um,
Like something that got you like you at least excited for it at least.
I'm pumped for the X Ultimate X match. Like that's gonna fucking rule. I hope I if Alexander doesn't retain, I hope Chris Bay wins.
Yeah, for sure.
What
Definitely, I was
about
about to
you?
say the same thing. Yeah, more than likely that like as far as like the result of that X Division match. Who you think for Cardona his partner got to be Chelsea Green, right? Like it ain't
Yeah.
even no like
If it's
it
not,
has to be.
yeah. If it's
But like
not, it's very weird. And unless it's like it's such a thing of like, oh, it's so obvious that that's not the
right,
way they're going,
right.
but it definitely feels like it's just
But it makes it just makes sense.
yeah,
Hold on, wait. So I remember so Cardona and Tennille Dashwood they used to date.
yeah. You didn't know that?
Oh, that's
Come
funny.
on, you
I
knew
mean, no,
that.
I mean, I knew it, but like I'm talking about like as far as like it had slipped my mind when I saw it live. I mean,
Right.
when I saw the show, I was like, what the like that like, why is that happening? And then like after a little bit, I was like, oh, okay, now I get it. But I knew it. It just I'm talking about like I was speaking as far as like when I saw it at first, it kind of slipped my mind.
Right, right. Yeah, I mean, I can see that because I remember when she punched him in the dick, I was like, oh, yeah, she probably was relishing that one.
You think for Deanna? I was thinking probably Mickey James. That's what I was thinking. Probably.
um, I know who Deanna's opponent is,
Uh
so I won't say it. I got scoops,
oh.
Andrew. I got scoops.
Spoil the chat.
I got scoops, so I won't spoil anything. Mickey James is a good shout. Mickey James, like that seems to be the top name, right?
Yeah.
Like, it seems like it's Mickey.
That's it. That seemed like the one that people like mostly hearken to just because of the. I'm assuming it's because of the when they pulled out the trash bag thing
Yeah,
a
yeah,
couple weeks
exactly,
back.
exactly. This is Will Martin. Appreciate the follow. Chat is popping. Everybody. I mean, it should be. We got Andrew fucking Thompson here, the goat himself.
I appreciate you guys having me. Having me, of course.
I told you, like, you were always welcome on here, and you messaged me yesterday, and you're like, "Are you streaming tomorrow?" I was like, "Well, I wasn't really like planning on it, but what's up?" Like 3:30. I was like, "Okay, let's do it." Anytime, dude. Like, you know, I love chatting with you, so anytime. And now, because Sean is a lunatic and is just like, here's Twitch, do what you want with it. Be like, all right, well, we're just gonna stream on Twitch now. Well, this is what we're gonna do. Anytime my pals wanna talk or anything, talk about whatever, let's jump on Twitch and talk about it.
Did y'all get a chance to play the All Elite GM game?
Joseph played it, and like he wasn't like super thrilled with it. I played through the tutorial, and like I feel like I might play it like a little bit just if as like a time killer or something. But it's very basic, and for people like Joseph and I, like playing TEW and everything, like we like to just like really dive in and like flesh out ideas and whatnot. And this is just like, all right, just book matches, try to get good ratings, and there's no like real story or anything to it. But it seems like a cool mindless mobile game that I might play every now and again. How about you? Did you play it?
No, I didn't get a chance to check it out. I've seen it on Twitter and stuff though. Like it looked like just like something to pass the time by.
Yeah.
Something like that. But yeah, I'm maybe about book myself against against Moxley, get the dream match going. But I almost like that literally just came to me. I forgot that New Japan, they run in the LA Coliseum next month.
Is that next month?
Yeah, that's next. Is that next? Yeah, that's next month, bro.
Oh, I mean, I
If
believe
we,
you. I just
if we not getting Moxley and the Shota reunion, they need to scrap the whole
oh
shit.
man, they fucked up if they don't do that, man. Like 100%.
Hey, do you think they would ever bring Shota to AEW?
I don't
Or
know. It's like
you
a full
think the
time
Mox and
thing.
Kingston thing is just like no, not full time, but like more so like just for like one of those little. I mean, not even a comedy spot, like because Shota can wrestle.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they wanted Shota because Moxley said they were gonna do. He was gonna team with him on New Japan Strong. Before the Nagata match, but Shota wasn't there, so they went with Dickinson, right?
Yeah.
And so like he clearly wants to work with Shota again. I feel like they'll bring him in just to do something, honestly.
Do like one week with Eddie Kingston, like quote unquote injured, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
slide in Shota, have him with the Mox jacket.
It was good to see Moxley back after being on baby duty. He looked like a man who'd been on baby duty. Man was looking rough.
Yeah, baby got him up all types of night, all times of the night. That's how I like help my aunt sometimes, like watch her. Man, I don't know how people do it, man. Like the with the crying and stuff. Like you I mean, like I can do it, but like I got like the most like immense respect for parents who are like they gotta make sure like everything is okay just 24/7. Like I know like they just be tired as all hell, bro. That is like a full-time job. Like
Oh,
it is
100%.
insane, bro.
100% it's a full-time job. I mean, the girlfriend's in the chat, at least she was, and she's got kids and everything, and I tell her all the time, I was like, I don't know how you fucking do it.
You did it.
And
You know what I'm saying?
like, yeah,
But
did
see the
it then
thing.
and continue to do it, but like I try to help out as much as I can, but she takes obviously 99% of the responsibilities with everything, and it's like, whew, it's just that's tough. And she's gotten them through the past the early ages where they're babies and they're
Right.
crying all night and everything. I'm just coming in and
But
I'm just
like,
like, let's just have fun. Let's go play basketball. Let's play video games.
but like, see, the thing is, like, even with me, like when I would watch my little cousins and stuff growing up, like, I guess it was just sort of easier because they were already at that age, like when they were talking and stuff like that. So like, and they were still small, but like, I don't know. I guess it's just easier, like when they can communicate and like you kind of know, like they can tell you what's wrong and stuff like that if something is wrong and stuff like that. But like when they babies, man, like you just clueless.
Right.
You don't know, like you don't know what's bothering them. And it's either one or three things. They probably hungry. They gotta use the bathroom, or it's something else.
Yes, the early stages of the kids. I don't know how parents do it, especially moms, because moms are the caregivers.
Who you got winning Money in the Bank for the men and the women?
Man, if it's not Big E, they fucked up, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
It gotta be Big E. Gotta be.
like if
I think that's why he took the pin
yeah,
Friday.
so that was my thinking as well. When we did the podcast last night, I was like, dude, Big E taking the pin probably bodes well for him at Money in the Bank.
Yeah,
Like, it's stupid, but this is just
that's
what they do.
That's WWE.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
this
but
is
hey,
what
bro,
they do.
isn't that crazy though? Like that's like just because of how their history is with booking, like that's like an automatic like response is like thinking because somebody took the pin a couple of days before the pay per view, more than likely he probably gonna win at the
Yeah,
pay per view.
it's very dumb, but it's unfortunately what they do. The women's is the one where I'm like, what is happening here? What do you think about the women's?
It gotta be Liv, right?
Dude, I think Liv might get attacked before this match and get replaced.
Mm. I'm trying, and so I was kind of thinking that same thing, but I was thinking that was gonna happen to Tamina.
Mm-hmm.
So she was the last person announced. So like, but just judging by like the reactions as far as people in the match, like I was like, it gotta be Liv. Like she seemed like the only person that's like getting built up for this thing. So like, why wouldn't it be her?
Yeah, I agree, but the thing with this is like they like to build people up like this, and then that's just what they do though. They just
Right.
build the person up, and then they don't actually really, because this is what they did
Follow
with
through with it.
Lana, right? Like it was like, oh, they build her up as this underdog by continually beating her, maybe give her a little bit of shine, but they just like never capitalize on that moment. And like that's what like I'm thinking. So I have two kind of working ideas. Is one, Liv gets taken out before the match, and Sonya says, I'm taking her spot because she's been feuding with
Mm.
Liv with everything. And my other
That's
one is just
yeah.
like it's these people, and just Nikki Ash wins because they like the gimmick and they can merchandise it and stuff. Those are my two working thoughts on this match.
The Nikki Cross, like I feel like
You
that's
guys are
probably
trolls.
the
That's your whole gimmick.
like I think it's a smart move on her part because like I feel like with that past character I feel like that like I don't know how much long she was gonna be hanging around there doing that. Like I feel like they just like I feel like she made probably the smartest move that she could have made and was like, let me market myself to WWE's main demographic, which is the younger ages. I feel like that was probably like the best move that she could have made because now that's probably she probably gonna be around for a little like a much longer time like doing this, and it's gonna be able something that she can take and do forever how long. They probably gonna run at it to the ground with her doing the Nikki Ash thing. You can see Nikki Cross on the Tonight Show doing her thing with Fallon.
Yeah, yeah. It's so it's a bad gimmick though. Like
I mean, it is, but
it's
like I
just
just come, I just hit that realization that that's not for me
oh
at
yeah,
all.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
the thing. Like it's kids probably eat it up. Like I hope she gets a good reaction with it and everything. But it's just they'll merch the shit out of it and it'll do well. And that's why I can just see her having that briefcase and they can do some like superhero storyline with her and she gets a super villain they going after her briefcase and everything. Like there's ways to do it. Like I know you can make it like charming and stuff. I just don't feel like they've found that yet.
hey Jam, you think? Well, I mean, is Goldberg? He's still under the 2 matches per year
I mean that's
thing,
what he
right?
says, yeah.
You think he could beat Lashley? Like you think it's a chance they take the title off Lashley?
I think there is a chance that because it feels weird that they're just gonna bring him back and just beat him twice a year, right?
Yeah,
Like, I mean, he shouldn't get this title shot in the first place because, I mean, he lost. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? But I think there's a very real chance that he ends up working like 3 matches this year. The man doesn't work a fucking match. He does like 3 minutes. It ain't a match. I think there's a real chance that he beats Lashley and Big E cashes in on him because we know Big E wants that match, and so Big E cashes in and they do like a short little sprint type gimmick there, and that's how you get the belt on Big E. I don't think that's like the best way to get the belt on Big E is like, oh, let me cash in on a tired Goldberg to win the belt. But maybe he cashes in like the next night or something. But I could see something like that playing out. I've talked myself into Goldberg winning this title. By the way, like I've just talked myself into it.
you want to know now that you put it like I can definitely see them like because I'm assuming that the majority of people do not want to see Goldberg beat Lashley. That's what I'm assuming. So by that happening, you can kind of offset that by Big E cashing in on him because people love Big E. Everybody loves Big E.
Yeah,
So I think you kind of offset that previous reaction by having E cash in, and then ultimately you get the big reaction that you want for somebody that just won your world title, and then you kind of you know bypass Reigns versus E. Cause like just for me, like even hearing that reaction Reigns got last night, I really don't think he should lose the title.
no, no,
Like
no,
just going forward,
no. It Reigns. I mean, they're gonna keep the title on him at least through. I mean, if they want to do
the
the
rest of this
Rock
year.
match, yeah, yeah. Like if they want to do the Rock match at Mania, I mean, if they want to turn it into a tag match, but they obviously want the Rock for Mania. Like, I don't know who's taking that title off of Reigns. I think Big E is
I
the
can't.
guy. I just don't know
Yeah,
if they see it quite that way or when they're going to be ready to pull the trigger on him because they- they're a weird company.
I was trying to think like about who could do it. Like I really can't think of anybody because like they've just presented Reigns in a way that like he's like head and shoulders like above everybody else, and like that's a good thing and it's a bad thing because like I was even talking to somebody else about this a couple weeks back. I was like, just imagine if they put like as much detail into like every storyline as like as they do with Reigns.
I miss this. I apologize, Ron. Ron Patel gifting out 5 subs. Appreciate you, Ron.
Hey,
Ron's the man. Epics Gamer 25, Shanika, Jag Fan BB, Patrick 1VII, and Zigzag Foil all got gifted sub from Ron Patel. If you're in the chat, make sure to say thank you to Ron. And it says Ron is paying forward the gift they got from Sean Burby to the Sean Burby just came in here and did a drive-by yesterday and gifted out like 25 subs to the channel.
that's what's up.
Yeah, Sean
That's what's
Burby
up.
is a tremendous man. We got a great community. Love all the guys in the chat. I mean, I can't stand y'all. You're all idiots, but also love you. I bury the chat. That's my gimmick.
Let's say so. Yeah, me and you was talking about it off air, but we got the challenge the next season, August 11th, the debut.
Yeah, so I watched the trailer today because I hadn't even done that, but I watched it. What are we thinking of this, Andrew? Like, they're
What's
continuing
it
to
called?
go
What's it called?
crazier and
Live
crazier.
Spies. what is it? It's like spies, lies, and
Allies.
allies. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it is. So what's this the 38th season?
37th.
I think 37th.
Yeah.
Okay, and of course the goat TJ Lavin is a Jerm. Who would you say if TJ couldn't do it anymore? Who you think could replace TJ? Like somebody off the top of your head that's in
Oh,
the
I
entertainment
think
field.
Bananas just wants to do it, right? Like
Ooh,
he wants that
the
spot.
yeah,
And I think
probably I
it
can see
makes
that.
it makes the most sense if he's not going to compete anymore. The problem is like he might be like too close to the situation, but at this point, like
Yeah.
TJ's too close to the situation. He's been there for so long. It's like, yeah, TJ's just like a cast member himself. So that's the only person
But
I could like kind of see doing it is Bananas.
TJ is like so much like a part of the fabric of the challenge. Like
Yeah,
it's kind of hard to imagine him not on that show. But yeah, like the people we got this year, like it's I mean it's like as far as like the noticeable names, it's pretty much like the same cast from last year. Like we got Devin, uh, Amber, no, yeah, Amanda, my bad, yeah, Amanda, Corey, um, Anissa's back. We got Kyle, who's probably one of the funniest people on the challenge. Dude's cutaway scenes are hilarious. Like when they do the interview segments,
yeah,
he's legitimately funny. You got Nani, Fessy,
that
got
fucking
some
guy.
new. You don't like? I mean, I mean, he is. I mean, I can see why people don't like Fessy, but
Fessy's fine. My issue with Fessy is like I need him to just. I didn't like him last season because
he
he
bitched
couldn't
out last year,
do.
bro.
Yeah,
He bitched out. He
exactly.
bitched
Like
out.
he's yelling at Kayla and trying to use her as the reason, or Casey, and trying to use her as the reason of why. Oh, he's like, oh, it doesn't matter because you're injured, and so we're not gonna win anyway. It's like, dude, you just want to eat that stuff. Like you just bitched out on that. I just need Fessy to show me something. I feel like he could be a force. I just need him to like actually show me something here.
Hey, Jared, I got a question. So I've seen it because I follow this page on Instagram. It's called, I think it's called like the challenge, exclusives or something like that. Like I didn't know people had scoops for the challenge. I was not aware of
Oh
this.
yeah.
Like people, like there are people who like legitimately have like inside sources when it comes to MTV television shows. I didn't know that was a thing. But like they did this whole poll and they were like, do people think Tori is overrated? Like as
Oh.
far as the challenge goes. And I was like, yeah, I mean, they can't. I mean, is she overrated? I mean, it's kind of seemed like it a little bit, but I don't know.
I kind of think she is honestly like she was good in eliminations her first season. I think she went to the final in her first season, right? And then
I
after
think so.
that, she just hasn't done like anything. Like she hasn't done anything. Didn't she lose to Anissa last season? Like Anissa's
Yeah,
good in eliminations, and Anissa's back this season too. Like bless Anissa, but come on, what are we doing here?
she steadily securing the paycheck.
Yeah,
Steady.
yeah. She was on the All Star season. She was on the little veteran season that they
She a
did.
legend.
She is. She's a legend, and she's still competing in the regular one. Like, again, bless
I,
her. But
but I honestly I think that also has something to do with like the producers liking her.
yeah,
Like they probably keep casting her, and then we got CT won last year.
yeah.
So
CT won last
hey,
year, and
hey, John, for the challenge, bro, is it like if you win, you automatically get a like a run back, right? From the
no, because
next,
Bananas won the season before, and he didn't come back for last
and then
season.
Turbo win one.
Yeah, Turbo won, but he didn't come back because he did come back, didn't he? But then he had like he
Yeah,
got
like
kicked
he
off. He
was like,
left because he was a
I,
fucking lunatic.
but that's probably like the last dude in the challenge that I think about throwing hands with. That's the last dude. He crazy as hell, bro. Oh, yeah, we got Ashley back,
Yeah,
uh,
she'll be there
and we
forever.
got Nam and the goat, the best challenger of them all, Jeremy. Big T is coming back.
I like
Big
Big
T,
T. I
Big
like
T
Big
is,
T.
bro. CT did her so dirty
He
last year.
did. He
He
really
did her
did.
dirty. He did her dirty, bro.
Really,
And then you
really
got
did. That was mean. I understand the move he made, but like the way he acted and when he was so
right,
excited to get Cam, it's like, all right, come on now, come on now.
and then him and Cam didn't even work out. So
Yeah, yep, exactly.
and then you got Nelson coming back. I think they brought them back because that's gonna be because of the story when Fessy threw Nelson in last year.
Yeah,
He snaked him out. So I think that's gonna be an interesting thing. KC coming back, Josh coming back.
that fucking guy. Don't tell
Josh
me
is
you're a
a
Josh fan.
nah. He's a big baby,
Dude,
a big baby.
I'm watching it. So speaking of mindless shit that I'll just throw on while working, like I've been watching that season of Big Brother, and this
Mm.
guy is crying in every single confessional, like every single one, and just like
John,
complaining
what
about
is what
stuff.
is that? Like, what is like? I've never seen Big Brother. What is that show like about? Like, is it like the challenge? Like, is that
Nah, it's not. I mean, it's kind of like the challenge in that, like, it's just a reality competition show, but it's more just like carnival game kind of stuff. The challenge is very like over the top
mm,
challenges and whatnot. This is more like carnival type games, and like it's still like some puzzles and some trivia and stuff, but it's like you just vote people off instead of like going head to head
okay?
with them in competitions. I'm trying to think if there's a good. It's a mix of like the challenge and maybe like a little bit of Survivor. If I had to
Okay,
say kind of like what it is, it's kind of a mix between those two. It's really fun though, and it's like all live and everything, so you can like really keep up with it as it progresses. I enjoy any type of like reality competition show, so
for
that's
sure.
why I watch it.
And we got the I don't know who the rest of these rookies are, but the only one I recognize is the dude Kales. He was on that show Too Hot to Handle. I don't know if you ever seen that show.
No,
That show is
no,
goofy as
I've
shit.
heard about that, but I
It's
haven't.
like Are You the One or X on the Beach. It's like
Oh,
it's like similar to those in a way.
oh shit! Girlfriend? Are you still in here? We're gonna watch this shit.
but
I got her
so
watching Are You the One, and she doesn't usually like she
the
doesn't
reality
like
TV shows.
a lot of this mindless or like the trash reality stuff. And we started watching Are You the One, and now she's like, all right, what trash reality are we watching tonight?
What trash reality I'll be watching tonight. But yeah, basically Too Hot to Handle. You put they got I think it's an even amount of men and women on like this resort island, and
Okay.
they don't know why they're there, but they know that they're there to mingle with the other people there, and then they later find out that there's a rule. They have I think $100,000 pot or more, and you can't engage in any sexual activity
Oh.
whatsoever, like no kissing, no nothing, and if you do, it takes away money from everybody's pot. So it's like
Oh.
it like leads to people arguing because people can't stay away from each other and stuff like that. So like it's like very divisive TV show.
Oh man, yeah. This sounds god awful, and so I'm probably gonna end up trying to get her to watch
Watching
it.
it.
Yeah. Did you see the preview for like they're like dressing as like animals and stuff?
What the hell? What's that?
Oh, what the fuck is the name of this? Oh, it's coming on Netflix. Oh, I want to play this on the stream. It's insane what it's all called, and I can't think of the name of it. And so I'm just like typing in Netflix animal dating show. Sexy Beast is what it's called. Have you seen this shit,
Oh,
Andrew?
I've seen the preview. At least about when they go like with the dates and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I've seen the preview. I know what you're talking about.
yeah. This
When you
looks
first described it, I was like, what the hell are you talking about?
this looks god awful, and I
But bro, don't
100%
lie.
watching
But
it.
that looks entertaining. I ain't
Oh
even gonna
yeah,
lie to you.
yeah. It looks entertaining as can be, and again, I'm 100% watching
So
it.
like the point of that show is to like basically get to know somebody without actually knowing what they look like.
Yes, yeah.
That's kind of hilarious.
Did you watch the show on Netflix? It's called like Love at First Sight or something. Like you talk to the people behind like a door and stuff, and then you choose who like you're gonna pair up with and everything. Shit, I can't remember the name of that one either.
I think I scrolled through Netflix and I see some different stuff. I was like, have you seen
Love is Blind is what it's called, by the way. Love is Blind.
Love Is Blind?
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm about to look it up because I think I've probably seen like the cover art for it. Yeah, I've seen the cover art for this before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's yeah, they talk to each other through walls and everything, and they try to get to know each other, and then they try to pick who they think they're going to be best off with, and then it follows them after they get paired up and stuff to see if how they do and everything. It was these trash reality like dating shows. This is my kryptonite right here. You just throw this on, I'll watch this shit all day.
Bro, I'm so disappointed that what's his name? That Leroy didn't get a win before he stepped away.
Me too, man. Me too. I hope he comes back and gets that win. I really do.
Is Leroy a pro wrestler at heart? We will find out. Is he a pro wrestler at heart? He claims he's retired, but we will see.
Yeah,
We will
I think
see.
he's coming back. If any, like he'll do the All Stars show. I feel like he could win that too.
He probably could, and I definitely think if he do the All Star show, I'm pretty sure he'll get the bug back to want to do the real challenge. But I saw a picture. Um, what's the name of the cast when they were like I guess they were on location filming and like everybody wearing purple. So I'm guessing
Yeah.
there's no teams.
No, no, no. It was just every like they teamed up like in pairs and stuff for some
Okay.
challenges and whatnot, but it was mainly every just person for themselves.
I'm kind of glad they went back to that format with just everybody being solo.
Yeah.
I said, did you get the chance to see that movie Fatherhood with Kevin Hart
No, I've not
on
seen that.
Netflix? Bro, that is like one of the best movies I've ever seen. Like you would genuinely be surprised by Kevin Hart's acting in that movie, like because it's a serious role, like a very serious role, and like I was like extremely shocked. It's like about his wife passed away after giving labor,
Uh huh.
and he had to like he was so like everybody around him was doubting him as far as like how he would be able to take care of the kid because like they didn't think he was like responsible. Like even his own parents was like doubting him. His mother and her mother was doubting him, and it was like it was like a really I was very surprised at like how Kevin Hart did that role. Like I was like damn, like he's like a great fucking actor. Like that was
Yeah, you
crazy.
definitely wouldn't expect that from Kevin Hart because he does comedy
Comedy
all the
movies, yeah.
time. I'll check that out. See kind of how he does. Like Sandler kind of did that same thing. Like he was just such a comedy guy, and then he did it
Hey,
called like Punch Drunk Love, and people were like, oh man, Sandler can like actually kind of act. And then Hidden Gems or not Uncut Gems. More recently, it's like oh Sandler's like actually not half bad when he's just not doing his bunch of goofy shit.
Hey, Jeremy, now I was about to say Adam Sandler is now a pro hooper now. He hitting all the
I
circuits.
saw that. I saw.
Adam Sandler just out here playing at random wrecks, random parks. He living his life.
He is. Sandler can always hoop. Dan Patrick used to always talk about how like yeah Sandler on the set of those movies and stuff. And that's why he was doing a lot of those like grown ups and stuff. It was just like hey let me just get all my friends on a vacation spot and just have fun, make a bunch of
And
money,
play
and just
two on
hoop.
two. Okay, so Jerm, 10 years ago today, CM Punk defeated John Cena for the WWE title at Money in the Bank, Chicago. Any fond memories? How do you think that holds up all these years later? And one last question: do you think CM Punk's legend holds more weight than anything that he could do if he were to come back today?
I don't think this man's coming back at all. Like it would have done it by now, right?
Right.
It just feels like he would have done it by now. So yeah, I don't think he's coming back at all. That match ruled. That moment ruled. Of course, the follow up completely sucked, but
Did he come back like 2 weeks later or like a month later?
it came back with like it all turned out to be the stuff with like Nash and whatnot, right? Like wasn't that the Summer of Punk stuff? It's just it turned out to be a vehicle for a Nash and Triple H feud.
He was like, he he was like when he's read the text messages from his sister. He was like, LOL, thought he was dead.
Yeah, that.
Shit was-
Oh man.
that was hilarious. Oh my goodness. he talking about so he read the man. She was like, "Is that Kevin Nash?" LOL. Oh, he was dead. That's some funny shit. Let's see what's the name? Good old Vince McMahon made his grand once a year appearance last night.
What'd you
With a
think of
hell of a
SmackDown?
it was it was I'm not gonna say it and lie act like I hated this shit. Like it was a good show, bro. But
Yeah,
I think it was more so because of like it's that honeymoon effect with the fans being back, but they was popping for everything. Like it's hard not to enjoy a show when the fans are going crazy like that, even if the show can be inconsistent at times.
right.
And then even with me, bro, like as far as like watching the WWE product, I tend not to get disappointed because most of the time I'm not expecting anything. So I'm not like, oh, that shit sucked. I mean, because I'm not going into it expecting it to be like great. So I'm just like, okay, that's what it is. But like it was a solid show last night. Like I think that they should have just gave Cesaro a win, like instead of doing the whole DQ thing. Like they could have got to that after he won. I mean, if that was the case, he could have just beat Chad Gable and then had Otis jumping from behind if you want to protect Otis. And then like with the Finn Balor thing, like dude, I really hope that they don't go back to Smiley,
Yeah,
every week Finn, because bro, that shit is gonna get old real quick. Like, and I think it's a bad move to kind of. I mean, it's still his first week back, so I'm not gonna sit here and judge it all the way. But like to ignore everything that he's done since October 2019 to recent months, like that would be foolish because that's probably the best run that he's had in WWE since his original NXT run.
yeah. I hope they keep that NXT edge on him and go with that Prince character instead of just happy-go-lucky Finn Balor guy on the main roster that we've seen previously, because that dude kind of sucked.
Why was he in his ring gear? Why was he in his ring?
That was so
like,
weird, right? Like he just he was,
like,
always be in gear. Always be in gear, Andrew. That was so weird though when he was in his ring gear. I was like, he's gonna have a match. It's like,
no,
nah,
because
he's
when
gonna
he
beat the
was in
shit out
NXT,
of
he would
Sami
come out in
Zayn.
the black jeans.
Yeah.
I was like a human,
See,
a
this
regular
is
person.
why I'm worried that we're just gonna get like smiling
Regular
Finn
Finn Balor.
Balor.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Because
Uh-huh.
yeah, hopefully not. But we'll see with Balor. I hope, man. I hope they keep his NXT stuff was so good. He was my favorite performer in NXT since he returned to the brand in 2019. Like he was fantastic. He had some of my favorite matches this year. So I hope that they keep that, and he's just like Sammy's a good first match for him. So at least there's that.
At least you probably get a good match out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
But see, the thing is, Jerm, like as soon as I saw him came out and did the thing he does, I was like, oh shit. I was like, here we go. He back. Like I'm talking about the original Finn Balor. Because like the thing is, like the thing I really liked about his NXT when like he put all that stuff to the side. Like even when it was time for the people to do the thing, they still did it, but he didn't do it.
Right.
Like the way the NXT presented it, they just like put the big spotlight on him and they blocked everything else out.
Right.
I was like, that's the way to go. Like that's the way to go. And I feel like it would have been so cool if they would have just did that, because like let people know like what Finn Balor this was right off the gate. Like I'm not doing that whole pandering to you thing. Like this is what I was before. I felt like that'd have been so cool, but I feel like they kind of still have that mindset of like, oh, well, not everybody watches NXT, so they don't know. Like they think Finn Balor has just been on hiatus for the last year and a half. Like
exactly. I mean, we've how many times have we seen it? Antoine, thanks for the bits. Says bits for the Goat Squad, Point God, and AT.
hey,
Like how many times have we seen it where? Ooh, we just saw it last week. They just call up Shotzi Blackheart and Tegan Knox. Like Tegan just returns on NXT.
You mean Shotzi?
Yeah, Shotzi. Sorry, she's no longer Blackheart. Like Tegan just returns on NXT, and it seems like she's gonna feud with Candice, and it's like, nah, you're just teaming with the Shotzi on SmackDown now, and now it's like, are we even gonna get this Candice and Tegan feud?
Right.
It's so.
What other things you think they got in the works, like for the next couple of weeks? Like for real, bro. Like I'm thinking, like I hope they are able to follow up with some, like a decent Monday Night Raw. Like,
yeah,
because
we're gonna get Goldberg. We're gonna get Goldberg on Raw.
Oh yeah,
Andrew.
right. Forgot about that. We're getting Goldberg, of course. Hey, John, are they in Dallas, right? For Monday?
I think so. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
I think
okay.
so. I don't know
They
their
in
schedule
Dallas.
that well.
Cause I know Money in the Bank is Fort Worth, and yeah. Just look, it's Dallas. They in Dallas on Monday.
There
So
you go.
who you think will get the biggest? I mean, of course, people will already have seen most of the people on Sunday for Money in the Bank, but like just as far as Raw goes, who you think is gonna get the biggest reaction? As far as like the people who
Um,
you actively see on TV,
hmm.
because like SmackDown, like it was like obvious with SmackDown. I mean, like because they seem like they have like a more established like
Yeah. I feel New Day always gets a good reaction, right?
yeah.
Like if Randy is on Raw, which I could see Randy being on Raw since he's been away and, first Raw back with fans. He hasn't been on television for a couple of weeks. I don't think he's going to be on Money in the Bank, but I guess he could be. Like he'll get a big reaction, especially if he just comes up and just hits an RK out of nowhere. That's just gonna get a
Mm.
pop. I could 100% see that happening.
That's kind of sad.
I mean, Edge got the biggest reaction on SmackDown, so
Yeah. All right, you got a fair point. You got a fair point. You got a fair point. I'm not one of those people. I don't like ragging on. Like, I can't sit here and like fake the funk and like try to act like I don't like Edge. I've always liked Edge, bro. Like, but the thing is, I think people kind of convinced themselves that Edge wasn't over because of the Thunderdome and stuff like that. And they like,
yeah,
I was like, I don't know where that formulated. Like that people didn't like it. People love Edge, obviously. Judging by that shit last night, that was crazy.
yeah. That was I see. I thought Edge. I knew last night he would get a big pop. I was worried about WrestleMania because they,
Yeah.
they put Bryan in the match, and the way they were booking Edge leading into WrestleMania didn't make much sense. I said it a bunch of times. He was acting like a little bitch the entire time, and so I was like, I just don't know if they're gonna cheer this guy. And then he comes out and he got the biggest pop on WrestleMania. It's like, okay, well, they still clearly like Edge. So last night, like, I was not surprised at the reaction he got, and it was still tremendous.
Hey, Jerm, have you had a chance to keep up with some New Japan stuff, or that's it's just like the stuff is like just basically through the results and stuff like that?
No. I've watched like the main event like
The main
title
events, right?
matches and stuff, and then yeah, results and highlights and whatnot. But I've watched what I could of it.
It's like I don't know. It, it's like it's not bad, but it's like it's just like select stuff that I like. I like even when I got time to catch up on stuff, I just be like I skim through the card and I'd be like,
Yeah,
okay, this is what I want to watch. Like I'm not watching that, and I'll watch this. I always look out for the Shingo stuff. 'Cause I'm glad they actually put the title on him. I feel like Okada was like the real safe option, but like I feel like the only way you could find out if Shingo was like a top guy is if you put the title on him and like
right.
let him do his thing. Cause they really missed out with Ishii like a long time ago, so I feel like don't do the same thing with Shingo.
I'm glad they put the title on Shingo. I'm looking forward to Shingo and Ibushi, assuming like Ibushi's
Oh,
good. I mean, I would hope he
but
would be good.
what is like? 'Cause I remember they said it was for the first time it was from the side effects from the vaccine,
Yeah,
and then this one they said it's an illness. So I was like, damn, I hope he good. Hope
yeah.
everything okay with him.
'Cause I know like the side effects can
Whoop your
it can
ass,
fuck you
yeah,
up a little bit. So
yeah.
I can understand that, but it's been 4 or 5 days
But two
now.
weeks? Oh no, I said 2 weeks. Like a couple. Because when did they announce that
The
he was
first
gonna be out
one,
because
I
he
think
got
the
the
first
vaccine?
one was. Hold on. I don't know when he got the shot. Like that's the thing.
Right. Oh, yeah. Right.
Is not sure.
That's just when they announced that he got
Yeah, so
the shot.
it's been a week because they announced on July 9th that he was gonna miss the July 10th show due to side
Okay.
effects, and so now he's missing the July 19th show. So yeah,
Because he's sick.
yeah. So I don't know what it is, but hopefully the man's good because I mean,
Yeah.
Ibushi fucking
And it,
rules.
and it bro, and isn't the Tokyo Dome show like next week?
It's the 25th, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's coming up here, and again, hopefully he's good on that because I don't know what they're gonna do otherwise. It's been
But you
rough
you you
for
you
New
would
Japan.
you would think it would be more hype for that show since it's the Tokyo Dome. Like I really haven't heard
Yeah,
anybody really speaking about it, to be honest with you.
some of their like Ibushi and Shingo is good. I'm looking forward to Cobb and Okada I think that'll
Oh,
be good.
bro, did you see that clip when he caught Okada in midair?
Yeah,
When he, I was like, oh my goodness, bro, this dude Jeff Cobb, bro, like he is crazy.
he's insane. He's absolutely insane. I mean, New Japan's been like kind of cold since they put the title on Evil, though. That screwed up so much of their stuff, and they just have not been able to like rebound from that. And I know like crowds haven't, they've had like crowds, but like nobody really makes noise or anything, so like that hasn't helped. It's just it feels like such a cold product right now, and like they're doing great matches and stuff. But I watched that Naito Sonata against Dangerous Tekkers match.
Was it good? People keep saying that was really good.
Ah, dude, it was like 40 minutes. Like that. That's what I can't
Damn.
stand about these New Japan main events. Like they're all just 40 minutes, and you don't remember the first half of them because nothing matters in the first half of them. You're just like waiting for the
For that
final
final
like
stretch.
15 minutes where
Uh-huh.
stuff actually happens.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Lambert. Hey, John. I was talking about this when I was doing Martin charity stream, like because we all know Omega working hurt. Like
Yeah.
if you had to, do you think it's gonna be soon, like that he like takes time off? Because like obviously like it's gonna be at some point he gonna have to rehab. Like because I know his body probably whooping his ass right now. Like do you think that happens like after All Out? Because I think that's AEW's primary concern right now is making sure that he can be able to go all the way. Because I think we all looking at Hangman versus Omega like it's being like the obvious thing, and then he got like four other titles,
Yeah.
three other titles. So and then don't he got the Andrade match in August.
Yep.
So
I'm
damn.
wondering if he's like gonna drop. Like, which title do you think he drops first? Do you think it's the AEW title, or do you think that's the title he drops last?
Uh that now see that's a good point that you just brought up because if you AEW right, Kenny Omega's got we got the AAA mega title Impact and then got AEW. Like do you want your champion losing like three straight consecutive big matches, or do you try to beat the jump and have him lose the first one, so then if he loses again and the other two times it's like, at least he's not world champion losing that many. But it's I don't know. That's a good question. That is a good question.
I did SP3 show today, and it might have been JJ in the chat on that show. It was just like, if Omega loses the title tonight to Callahan, do like AEW fans really care? Like, they're not paying attention to like a lot of this
Probably
Impact stuff, and AEW's
AEW
like
not
not
gonna
even
bring that shit up on
promoting
TV anyway.
these matches.
They're not gonna bring that shit up on TV anyway if he
Yeah.
lose.
So like I don't think the fans really care. Yeah, like you said, like they ain't promoting any of these matches or anything. Like I'm just not sure it's if he loses these belts before he loses the AEW title, if it ends up like being anything.
Right.
Yeah, JJ.
The,
Yeah, that was a good point you brought up, JJ. Like if he loses to Andrade at AAA, it's like, are they gonna mention this on TV? Is it gonna be any type of a thing? And I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure it will be. So I think he can lose and it not really make that big
be
of
a
a
thing.
difference.
Right. But the obvious thing we looking at is him dropping the title to Hangman, right? Like
Yeah.
that's like the most obvious thing. Hey John, who you think if you had to like put out matches for the tag titles and the women's title for All Out, who would you think would be like the primary people that you think if you could guess and like be like that's probably who I think would be challenging for those two titles?
I think I said it a while ago, and now, based on the direction they're kind of going, I think it could just be a Dark Order night at All Out,
Ooh,
and they win the tag team titles, and then I don't know if you want to like go. I don't know if they're gonna go full on with like the women, like Tay Conti winning. I don't think Anna Jay is gonna be ready by All
mm,
Out. But I don't know if like Tay Conti is gonna win that title. So I could see them doing the Thunder Rosa Brit rematch
mm.
at All Out for the women's title. But I think Hangman's gonna win the title at All Out, and I could see Dark Order winning the tag titles that same night.
You think Statlander could be an option?
Yeah, Statlander's definitely an option as well. What
I can
about you?
definitely see
What
that.
are you thinking? We're seeing it all out.
Yeah, well, of course, Hangman Omega for the Bucks. Uh, maybe they run the double or nothing match back with Eddie Kingston and Moxley, and then they win it this time.
Okay.
Maybe. Because I remember I had it in my head that it was gonna be Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson, but I don't think that's happening. I don't think they're doing anything involving like the elite turning against each other. I think that's gonna be a thing just that's gonna keep going for for as long as they can keep getting out of that. For for the women's title, I definitely think you got a good point with Baker and Thunder Rosa, especially considering like they haven't announced her for the uh NWA show, right?
Nah, they
Empower
haven't
or
announced anybody
73rd.
for that show though. I mean,
Yeah, oh
I'd
yeah,
be
you're right. You're
shocked
right.
if she's not. Like
Not
she's
on it, right?
yeah, yeah. I mean, she's under contract to
Can-
NWA, so
I know she. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna speak for her, but like, I'm pretty sure, like, once that's over, like,
yeah,
she's definitely
she's out.
right.
She gone.
Yeah, hey, well, I remember me and you was clowning about the stipulation when they was like, oh, if she loses, she can't wrestle for AEW anymore. Like, what the hell are they doing, bro? The
That
hell are
was
they
my
doing?
favorite. That was my favorite stipulation of, oh yeah, if you lose this match, you can only work for the NWA. It's like, oh shit.
Oh yeah, let me tell y'all in the chat right now. If y'all have not read Jeremy's NWA Patreon power reviews, go check these out. I make sure that every time he tweets these out, I always try to make sure to retweet them when I get the notification in my email. The snarkiest NWA power reviews you will ever read in your life. And then Jeremy wonders why Nick Aldis sneak tweet.
Dude,
Then Jeremy wonders why he got beef with Nick Aldis.
that show, it's so bad. It's so bad. I actually think
Like, the, the
it'll
crazy thing
get.
is, look,
Hello,
you're not the first
Fightful
person
Faithful.
I've seen say that. Like a lot of people
I'm
say
the only
like the
person that
show is
watches the show. Nobody else watches it. Appreciate the follow, Gunnar Rob 85. It's such a bad show. I think it'll like kind of pick up a little bit heading into next month with Empower, and because like I actually like trust Mickey James and like her vision for things. It's the rest of this stuff that is just like what are we doing with a lot of this stuff? Like it's not a good roster either, so like that doesn't help. But a lot of the stuff they do is just nonsensical.
like that. I know they got I think they got like I see some of the stuff on Twitter. That's how I kind of keep up with it. Like I know they got something with like they got some dude like running around with a mask and like the only person who knows who he is Billy Corgan.
Oh yeah, that. It's so bad, man. Like it's such trash TV. Like,
But they
none of it
lost
makes
so much.
sense.
They lost so much momentum, dog. Like but NWA Power was like one of the funner wrestling programs like pre-pandemic. Like I
Yeah,
thoroughly enjoyed that roster that they had.
yeah. It was a good roster. They utilized it fairly well. And they actually it felt like they had some type of direction and some type of like, oh yeah, this guy could kind of like maybe break out here. I mean, Ricky and Eddie being the top two examples there of like, oh okay, these guys are like different. We haven't seen. I mean, Eddie's been around for a while, but we haven't seen him on like a super major platform in a
Mm.
while. Is it with Impact? But he felt different in that setting. I mean, Ricky, we've seen what Ricky's accomplished now, but like it doesn't feel like they have any of these guys. And the guys that maybe they do have, like I think Slice Boogie isn't bad, but now he's with MLW, and they put him in like some dumb like love triangle storyline. It's just horrible.
Yeah, man. Like I think MLW show is airing next week. I think it's the day before the
Yeah,
New Japan Tokyo Dome show. It's on the
yeah, which is
24th.
weird. Like it's 2 weeks old. I mean, hopefully they do a decent number. It's just like we've kind of seen everything.
The spoilers out.
Yeah, exactly. The spoilers are out on everything, so just don't know quite what it's gonna do. Like, and they went about that whole thing weird. They were like, "Oh, it's airing on BN Sport," and then like when Court tweeted it, he didn't mention like when or anything. You had to like read their little press release gimmick, which they didn't email.
Press
And
release
you
gimmick.
know MLW, like they email everything. So the fact that they didn't even like email it, they just kind of like put it up on their website, and then it says like, oh, July 24th. It's like, wait, so this is not live? I thought it was live the entire time.
So I had you mentioned that about the email stuff. Wrestling promotions, have your graphics ready, please.
Yes,
Like
100%.
bro, the thing I like about I saw Brian
Yeah,
Rose
yeah, he
tweet
hates
this,
it.
bro. Bro, Ring of Honor, but it because when we were covering the Best in the World pay per view, they
Mhm.
announced the Taven Vincent steel cage match.
Yeah.
Within minutes, had a fresh graphic up on the website ready to use. I was like, kudos. This is the way to do it.
I
This is the
give
way to do it.
I give ROH a lot of credit. Like they actually utilize their website
Yes.
fairly well. Like everything's up there, it's good, uh and they do a good job with that stuff. Impact is like they can be hit or miss. WWE isn't like terrible at it. AEW just like doesn't use their website at all. Like that
But
thing's updated like twice a week. It's like
but
here's the
you gotta go to
results.
fight to get a
Here's your
match graphic.
rankings.
You gotta go to the fight Twitter to get a match graphic from AEW.
Yeah, oh,
They keep-
100%. Yes, you do. Like you really do. Like that's one area AEW just like really lacks is their like the last post on their website is let's see here. It takes forever to load. Okay, Dynamite Grand Slam tickets are on sale. That was a day ago. Here's the results from Fighter Fest. That was 3 days ago. And then here's a preview and here's the rankings. Like they have nothing. Their top one on their homepage, one of their first posts was from 5 days ago and it's just an episode of BTE. Like their website's just horrible. You don't get any information off of their website.
Man. Like I feel like promotions need to get so much better with that, like just the match graphic stuff and like
Yeah.
fucking tweeting out gifs. Like I mean, like I'm talking about for match
AEW.
graphics.
Like, dude, stop that. Just give us a graphic.
But Jared, they made this shit so much harder than what it
They
needed to be, bro.
do. They do make it way more complicated than it needs to be. Like, I think AEW does a lot of good stuff, but it's just that's one thing they really lack on. They really lack on.
Hey, when does the Slammiversary show start? Like, does they have a pre-show?
Yeah, it starts at 7. They have a pre-show.
7. Okay, cool. But yeah, man, it's a lot of stuff happening in wrestling. It's like it's kind of hard like not to be excited about at least some of the stuff that's happening. Like it seemed like there's some good stuff happening like all around for the most part.
It's a fun time, especially with fans coming back and everything. Like it's a fun time.
Yeah, you ain't lying, bro. Hey, have you ever seen any of the big three basketball stuff? Like, have you ever seen?
I covered so the first season that it premiered. One of the first games was in like Charlotte, and so I went and I covered it and everything. And it was like fun. Like it was kind of a cool little concept, and I wrote like a little article on it and everything. But it was a fun little thing, and I haven't kept up with it since then. And I can't tell you like who's actually playing and whatnot. But yeah, it's a cool idea. It just doesn't seem like it has like a ton of traction or anything.
All right. That Ice Cube run that league, right?
Yeah, at least he used to.
Okay.
I assume he still does.
Okay, cool. But yeah, I know I know me and you talked about it earlier. The finals come on tonight. NFL, I don't know when that starts up. September, 2 months from now, maybe.
Yeah, it's like
I think.
Yeah, it's about 2 months or so. So you're picking the Bucks to win the finals.
Oh yeah,
That's your
100%. 100%.
I picked the Suns, and I'll stick with the Suns. I like this series because I'm kind of rooting for both teams. You know, like I think if Chris Paul wins it, like that would be great. Like that would just really cement his legacy. And like if Giannis wins it, like that's cool too because he showed loyalty to Milwaukee. He trusted them. You won't have those stupid questions of like, oh, can Giannis win? Like he's a choker and all of this stuff because I hate that shit. So like I'm cool with either team that wins this thing. I hope
Right.
these final 2 or 3 games just are
Are
as
good.
good,
Right.
yeah, or as good as Game 4 was.
No, I feel you. Hey, John, I'll be right back, bro.
Okay, all right, chat. I will comment. I will talk to you guys. What is going on? Yeah, JJ, it is a cast project against best friends. It'll be fun. Orange Cassidy and Luther doing some stuff. I'm with you. I'm Cracker Jack. Like, I don't give a fuck what the league wants, right? Like, the league ain't dying just because it's 2 small market teams. Like, I don't care about their financials. I care about I care about good games and stuff that it's refreshing to see like these 2 teams and these 2 storylines instead of, oh, okay, here's LeBron again, and so I like it. I just want good games. I thought the first 3 games weren't that good, and then Game 4 was very good, and I hope there's more games like Game 4. Marcus says, who can you see being the mystery opponent for Diana? Maybe Awesome Kong. Seems like the consensus is Mickey James. I don't know if it's going to be Mickey James, but that feels like it's kind of consensus there. I wouldn't rule out it being somebody from like not a free agent type person. Wouldn't rule out because like Impact's got good working relationships with companies. So I would not rule out it being somebody from like a different company. All depends on if Milwaukee can hit their shots. That's what it always is with Milwaukee, right? Like,
Yo.
what up? We're still talking just basketball. Of Adam 0969 says if Milwaukee can hit their shots, if they go cold, it's over. They need more out of Holiday. Yeah, He's been disappointing. It sucks to see because like I really like Drew as a player, but he hadn't shot the ball very well. And Middleton at home is a beast. On the road, like his numbers aren't that great. So that's a worry. Cyclops better than Logan says Suns win tonight or riot the streets of Baltimore.
Well, you wanna know what's so weird about Drew Holiday? Like, remember that game when Giannis was out and how he balled out?
Yeah.
Like it's. I feel like Drew Holiday is like he can be like very like he can be that next person up. I don't know if he could be the guy, but like if you need him to be that person, he probably can do it. Like and like now Giannis is back, he just kind of like, hey, I'm gonna just get out the way and let Giannis do his thing, and like he doesn't really have a rhythm, so he's just like kind of out there, like to facilitate the ball for the most part. I don't know if that's like in the ballpark, but that's kind of what it seems like.
Right. No, I completely agree with that. Is like when Drew has the ball in his hands and can kind of run the offense a little bit, like he can get into a rhythm. But with Giannis there, because he's more the primary ball handler, it seems like it kind of just takes Drew out of it a little bit. But like, they just got to somehow figure that out because if they can just get like 70% out of him, because right now his shooting numbers are just terrible. And
I was about to say, Jeremy, I didn't mean to cut you off, but like the real question that everybody wants to know, I'll be getting Jeremy Lambert's NBA 2K22 my career streams this year, or are those canceled?
Nah, I want to. Joseph and I did like the Westbrook gimmick, like get Russ a ring. We did that for a little while, and then it just kind of fell by the wayside. Yeah, that was some of the streams when I was first testing the Twitch stuff. That was the stuff I was just like kind of streaming to see if it worked and whatnot. And unfortunately, it did. I'm up to streaming kind of anything. I'm trying to talk people into getting me a PS5 for my birthday. I'm just trying to crowdfund from all my Twitter followers. Just donate.
Let's do it.
Donate $1 so I can get a PS5.
If y'all can get Corbin $100K,
that's right. Come on,
500
now.
for this PS5.
I got like 4,000 followers. I don't even need $1 from all of them. Like 50 cents from all of them, and I'm good. I'm there.
Good.
I told the girlfriend, I was like, just DM a bunch of people and be like, hey, I'm trying to give Jeremy a birthday gift. Can you put in $5 or something?
You can do that though. Like you get like a bunch of people, like not even a bunch of people, but like Everybody throw in their $5 or whatever like that. That'd be hilarious. Bring Jeremy his birthday present.
That's all I want. I legit, I'm not the type of person who like needs or wants a bunch of shit for their birthday. Like if
Right.
you ask me like what I want, I'd be like, I have no idea. I don't know. I don't have anything that I need or want. I don't even need a PlayStation 5, but I'm just like, it's just something at least I know I'll use and I'll play and kids can enjoy it too. So it's something good. Anything else, I have no idea. Yeah, that's a good point, Adam. Is like trying to find one at this point is very difficult. I might have some insight.
Are those still like mostly out of
They're
stock?
still, yeah, it's still very difficult to find them.
Damn.
It's
I about to
it's
say, but
tough.
one of the main topics that Jeremy and I came on here to talk about is the probably the greatest show on Netflix right now, Atypical. I don't know if y'all have ever seen this, anybody in the chat, but it is a absolutely fantastic show. It's about this young man named Sam Gardner who has autism, and he is trying to navigate his life as he prepares and goes into adulthood, which means getting into relationships, getting into fights, working a full-time job, going to school, going to college. This show is amazing. Jeremy, you can
It's
attest to that. It is
yeah.
amazing.
So I'd seen the trailer for this a while ago. I was like, oh, this looks interesting because I'm a fan of like kind of real world situation shows. I'm not a
Mm,
big like fantasy type guy. Like, oh, this looks interesting. Like, I would like to watch this at some point. And then once Andrew like was talking it up, I was like, all right, I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna like dive into this and actually and really watch it. And like I was hooked very instantly. I think I was messaging you. I was like, yeah, I've already finished like the first two seasons, and like just in like one weekend, I was like, yeah, I just like blew through all of these episodes. And then it went away for a while because I assumed the pandemic, and so
right.
they had to push everything back. Now the latest season was released. Now it's just a matter of like finding time to sit down and dive into it again because it's not like we were talking about earlier. Like it's not one of those shows that I just want to like throw on while I'm trying to
Right.
work because I want to actually focus on it and pay attention to it and pick up on things. And it's something where I gotta just have a clear mind to do all of that. And the timing to do that right now is more scarce than ever. But I will eventually get around to it. It is a great show for anybody who's not seen it, or you've only seen the trailer and you're on the fence about it. Like it is a fantastic show. Like the stories are very good, the acting is very good. It really tugs at you
Yeah.
throughout it as well. So I would say it's worth the investment if you have not watched it.
It's like it's like some it's like some like real like I guess like it's easily relatable. Like even if you're not involved in anything like that, you can understand like why like certain people are in certain situations. Like it's a good show, bro. Like I don't know how they came up with the plot for that, but like that I always like those shows where it's about specifically one person, but everybody else in the show has a story. Like and it's like everybody has something going on, everybody got their own issue, but it's like the show is about this one specific person, but it's like that one person has like an effect on every single person on the show. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Like again, it's a really great and smart show. And that's the other thing about it. Is like I do find it like very smart. You see a lot of these shows. It's just kind of even if they're good, they're just sort of like kind of surface basic level kind of stuff.
Mm.
Like this is a little bit deeper than that and smarter with these things. So and I've enjoyed the hell out of it, and I can't wait to finally check out the latest season. Just gotta get that time for it.
I say what? So Davy Boy Smith, he back full time, huh?
He is, yeah. I think
I
I could see him teaming with Cesaro. Like, I feel like
mm,
he's gonna be a tag team guy, and Cesaro clearly needs somebody because he's feuding with Otis and Gable. I could see. I said this last night. Like T.J. Wilson's kind of like the link between them two, and he kind of brings them together.
mm.
The issue is this is like David Boy Smith ain't a good promo, and Cesaro is like fine, but like he ain't that great of a promo, and so like trying to get these two to talk could be an issue.
I mean, Cesaro need to do the smart thing. and just take the fucking mouthpiece out of his mouth when he's trying to talk.
100%.
Like,
Yes.
like, take
100%.
the mouthpiece out of your mouth, bro, and talk. Like he try to talk when he got the shit in his mouth and then you can't hear what he's saying. Like Jesus, man. Hey, did you like you like Seth Rollins' new theme song? Like I know he had it for a minute, but like I really like the OG Messiah theme that he had. Like I thought that was like probably his best theme, and then like they just did away with it. I don't know why.
They like the burn it down. Like they just like throwing that in there. And I mean it's fine. A lot of these themes like they just sort of like blend together for me, and a lot of them just like aren't good. And so like it's really got to be like stand out good or stand out bad for me to pick up on it. I'm like Seth is just one of those that just sort of falls into the middle. JJ says that you could have TJ as the manager. I don't think TJ like wants to be on TV that much. Like I think he's
I'm about to say,
happy.
Jeremy. I'm about to say I know you know just like hearing any interviews that he's
Yeah,
done, he's enjoying the backstage producer stuff. Like he's like he seems like he's very well past the whole I'm trying to
exactly.
be an in-ring performer thing or on-screen performer. Like I don't think I genuinely don't think he gives a shit to be
No,
honest
no,
with you.
no. Yeah, and I'm Crackerjack says like he wasn't a great promo either. It's like yeah, that's the other thing. It's like TJ Wilson being like, oh the talking manager for these two, and exactly like wait a second. He probably is like the best talker of them, but like even he's not like a great talker himself. Yeah, like I think he could be there as just do one backstage vignette to like bring them together type of deal, but having him as like the full time manager, that's an issue. Bills
Right.
Mafia says give them Bivens. I mean, look, I want Bivens to manage everybody. I want Bivens as the champion. Just want this man on just full time on my television.
But are they really running Carmella and Bianca Belair back next week?
Of course they are, dude. Like they love their rematches. They love it.
Jesus.
Love the rematch. I think that's going to be the Rolling Loud match, and I think that's
Oh yeah, you're
where
right. You're
I
right.
think that's where Sasha comes back. Which cool, great. I'm going to be in Cleveland for this show. Let's do this match in Miami. They better have something good for Cleveland. That's all I'm saying. They better have something good for Cleveland because they're fucking us over by doing half this show in Miami.
I wonder how that's gonna work. Like
Watching a
are
screen
y'all
half the time.
I was about to say, are y'all just gonna like watch the screen and shit like while
Yeah.
they do it? Because I feel like Reigns is definitely gonna be in Miami.
No. There's no way they're putting Reigns in Miami. Like they
You don't think so?
no. They can't do that. Like if they're gonna put Bianca and Carmella in Miami, like they can't put Reigns there as well. I don't think because I think it's just gonna be like a couple of matches at the Rolling Loud thing. Because like
Yeah.
that's like a hype type of festival type thing, right? Like you're not gonna have
Right.
Reigns go out there and like cut like this soft spoken like promo after he kills Edge on Sunday. Like that ain't the crowd to do that. Loves, I don't think it's half the show. It's probably gonna be like 30 minutes though.
Probably. Yeah, and I could definitely see them being like like maybe they get like a tag match or something like that along the lines.
They have the Dirty
Something like
Dogs
that.
go out there.
Oh hell nah. Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler rolling loud. That's the last thing we need. But yeah, with Harry Smith, I got issue with him. I ain't forget when last year when he threw his Trump hat on the timeline. I ain't forget.
Oh, did
I remember
he?
that. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm talking about
Oh,
he threw it out there big time. Big
oh,
time. I remember this vividly. This was after he after the MLW stuff after he announced that he was a free agent. I remember this vividly. He threw it on the timeline loud and proud. I was like, all right, motherfucker, I remember that.
oh. And Bill's Mafia says he's a Hogan guy. So no, well, see, I didn't keep up with him that much, but sorry to hear that. That's
Sorry to hear
sorry to hear
that.
that. I mean, in
All
that
right, man.
case, then fuck him.
You ain't lying, bro. You ain't lying.
Yeah, he worked
But
with
hey,
Teddy Hart, but I mean, Tyson,
yeah,
TJ works with Teddy Hart still, and like TJ seems like a good dude, right? Like,
yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
sometimes,
I think it's because that's probably family. So it's like,
yeah,
you
exactly,
know, you
yeah,
know how that be. I ain't gonna be on this. I ain't gonna be on TJ head too much about it. But
right.
Mr. Harry Smith, you already won in with me, brother. Remember that. Bro, did you see somebody somebody put a picture up on Twitter when they were at Terry Bollea's beat shop, and they said that he's that he got a wax that this is from not that Tom Green on Twitter. They said Hogan has a wax statue of himself, like in his gear, his ring gear, and there's an employee that has to put a banana in the tights. I was like,
Oh my god! Look, I 100% believe this. I don't know if this is factual. Any like type of Hulk Hogan story, like I believe that dude is just fucking is just an egotistical asshole who probably would do some shit like that.
I remember the whole thing last year, like when the pandemic was first started, and the Undertaker had brought up how Hogan said what did he say? He said he hurt his neck or some shit like that at that Survivor Series show.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
And Mr. Blue Lives Matter had responded to it. But I was so Jeremy, I was so disappointed in so many people, bro, last year. That last year was like the most revealing shit
Yep.
that I've ever seen in my life, bro. I was so disappointed in so many people, bro.
A lot of people outed themselves as just garbage humans last year.
It's ridiculous, dog. Ridiculous. You know what? I'm not gonna dwell on that. We here on Good Vibes, Germ. We back. Me and you done reunited for a Twitch stream. This is what we Good Vibes.
We're gonna reunite for a weekend on the news beat and just put all these fucking sites out of business. That's what's gonna happen.
Oh my goodness, bro. That would be hilarious. That really would be hilarious. Was this video? I thought I saw an old video of Shane McMahon and Kevin Owens in the ring. That was King Corbin, Baron Corbin. Do you like that thing they doing with him? Like I saw somebody call him down bad Corbin.
He is, man. That man is down bad. Poor guy. I was sympathetic towards him last night. The man living with his in-laws. I don't wish that upon no man.
Bro, he doing it with the what's the name? But like he not shaving.
Yeah,
got the head,
he's committed.
Bless him. Yeah, he committed to it. I respect it. Like at least you go do like at least go full in on it. Like you know.
Yeah. Marcus says, "What are you guys' thoughts on the giant screen stage on SmackDown?" What do you think, Andrew?
I liked it. I mean, it wasn't like anything like I was like, you know. I mean, well, matter of fact, I it did really catch my eye during Big E's entrance because like he's had the big ass logo.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But like, I just think it's get him more room to do like graphics and stuff.
See, I thought it was good for like Carmella's entrance. Like I thought they used it very well. When I first saw the picture, I was like, oh, cool. They just got like a giant movie screen behind them, but they utilized it very well. And I obviously like they just love that like big production shit, right? So I think it worked well for what they like to do. It definitely wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be when I first saw it.
Right. No, it looked. I mean, it, like on screen, like I think I wonder how like big that thing is like in person. Like I'm pretty sure you probably be able to get a good gauge
next week how gigantic that screen is.
Hey, I want the dark match results.
I told you I will send you. I'm gonna send you the dark match results. I'm gonna text them to you.
Cause you know they. Oh yeah, I forgot they got Toni Storm coming up next week, right?
Yep, Toni Storm's gonna be there. See, I think she might be at Rolling Loud as well. Like I think she could be like doing that type of thing.
I say like for first of all, SmackDown Women's Division, bro, they need more depth.
They fired everybody.
Yeah, pretty much. So, yeah, man, like that. I mean, but the division, they have like a lot of good talents in there, but like they just need to like utilize everybody, I guess. Like, but in Raw, they got like people that just be sitting on the sidelines. It's like, what the fuck is Mustafa Ali doing? Like, why is he?
Dude, they've never known how to use that guy, which is very sad because like he's a creative dude. All these guys, like you know, you listen to all these interviews once they get released, and talking about all these pitches and stuff, and like some of them, it's like, okay, this is dumb. Probably ain't gonna work. But like all these people are like creative, and you know, if you let them kind of run with these ideas, maybe they can make something out of it. But for the most part, they're just like, all right, yeah, just go out there and wrestle the same match 20 times a week, or we're just not going to use you at all. Like all these people pitch stuff and just they don't use any of it, and it's like, what are you supposed to do at this point? Like if you're pitching 20 ideas and none of it's getting used, like whose fault is this?
That shit is disheartening in a way.
It
like,
really
it's like,
is.
like, what's the point? But is 205 Live still like? Is that like a?
Yeah, it's 205 taped before NXT.
Bro, I legitimately like don't even like. I remember those days when 205 Live, like when they legit had probably the best WWE TV match of the week.
Oh yeah.
Like every week, like that shit was insane. Like that run that they had when it was Leo and Cedric and Buddy and Ali and who they had like just like every week it was like at least one match on 205 Live that was like you had to go check it out.
I was there for the Cedric and Buddy match in North Carolina.
Oh,
That match was so damn good.
Was that the cruiserweight title match?
Yeah.
I remember that.
So freaking good.
Cedric from
from
Charlotte, right?
I'm pretty sure that's like that. That's why they put him on in that match, cause since he was from there. But yeah, I was there for that match, and it was just, oh man, just a fantastic match. They got so much time. I'm looking it up now. They got 20 minutes to do that match. Like Cedric and Buddy, they just went out there for 20 minutes, just fucking killed it. And that was apparently like their first match together, according to Cage Match, and yeah, that match was just awesome. Well, just an awesome match.
Well, Jeremy just named one of the unspoken heroes in pro wrestling media, Cage Match.
Oh, fucking dude! Goats. If you don't utilize Cage Match in the shit that we do, like I don't know what you're doing.
Right. Like who you know I know I follow the site on Twitter. Like I always wonder like who runs that website. Like I don't even like I was always like who the hell like runs Cage Match?
I think it's.
And I was like, how they like
on Twitter.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that does make sense.
He said I'm on his Twitter profile now. Yeah, he says that he's an admin for Cage Match. Okay. I've got to know him a little bit. I don't know like if he like fully runs it or whatever, but that's like who I associate as who does that stuff. Dude, I'm using Cage Match like 50 times a day. It's such a valuable resource.
I say because the main language on the site is Dutch.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's so valuable, so friggin' valuable.
That's like I'm telling that is like one of the like unsung heroes of pro wrestling media is Cage Match.
Yep.
Like, what's the name? Hey, AEW they sold out their or almost sold out their Arthur Ashe show.
Yeah, they're close.
It's almost sold out.
Yeah, they're close on selling out Arthur Ashe. I think they eventually get there. I really do.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because this was a show like 2 months out.
Yeah,
They got time.
It's like September 22nd. So it's it's like post All Out too. Like I think after All Out happens, they'll get a nice little bump. And like once they announce some matches and stuff for that show as well, like they'll end up getting a nice little bump.
New York going over big that show. Proud and Powerful. Eddie Kingston.
I think they should like put the belts on Proud and Powerful on that show.
For sure, 100%. Who you think they probably take it off the Bucks? Most likely.
Yeah, dude. If they beat the Bucks, like if that's the Bucks like first loss, like if the Bucks beat Dark Order at All Out or just retain it All Out, whoever it might be, and then a couple weeks later they lose to Santana and Ortiz, and like that's like their first loss. Their big title loss during this run, like man, the pop is going to be insane.
That crowd reaction gonna be crazy, bro. Hey, John, is it just me, bro? Or was the Mark Sterling Jay Cargill thing not working?
The fact that like I haven't given it a thought probably shows that it's not working because dude, Jade Cargill has such a presence, and it's just like, oh, this is who, like, she's kind of paired with, and
I feel like she don't need a
everything.
manager, bro.
No, I'm not sure she does either. Honestly, like she's a good talker. Like usually the manager is like, oh, you want somebody who just kind of talks for you and everything. Like she can already cut a promo.
Right.
That there's no problem doing that. So yeah, I'm just not sure like she needs it, and it's just a weird, yeah, it's a weird fit.
What do you think about Andrade's run so far? I told a lot of people they not that big on it. Like they think it's like it's not bad, but it's just like you know, it's like he's there, and like the people know he's there, but it's just like it is what it is so
It
far.
it's very curious of how they like look at Andrade's booking and how he came in versus like how Alakai Black, Alistair Malachi Black came in. Like it's kind of like there's a big difference in that stuff, right? I like pairing him with Vicky was a weird decision from the start, and they're clearly trying to get like
I feel like Vicky pitched that shit.
yeah. I think Andrade wanted it because like he loves the Guerrero family and
Right,
everything.
right, right.
But it's not working right now. But I think we've seen with Miro where like, all right, maybe it gets off to like a slow start, but at some point this guy's gonna find himself. He's clearly a star. He's clearly like just a guy with all the charisma and in ring ability in the world. At some point he's gonna find himself, and it's gonna be very scary. What are you thinking about Andrade's run?
So just like you said, like the way they introduced him right off the bat was like having him come out, no interest music, like Vic Guerrero on the side. It was just like like it didn't at that. Didn't they mess up his name like right off the bat
Yeah.
or something like that? Which,
Oh, poor Jim
bro,
Ross. Poor Jim Ross.
WWE Dynamite. How-
It's a tough one. It's a tough one.
bro, like you wanna know what, bro? I'm not like I'm not even one of those people. I don't like harping on JR too much, bro. Cause like, you know what I'm saying. But at the same time, like at some point, like, come on, man. Like
Yeah,
that video package they closed out with, that was excellent.
it
And then he was
was,
like,
and
see you next
then
week,
yeah,
WWE. I was like,
that was rough. Pro Wrestling G, what's up? Appreciate the raid, man. Hope your stream went well, and thanks for coming over. It's myself, Jeremy Lambert, talking with Andrew Thompson of Post Wrestling. We're just bantering about a bunch of different topics. We've hit about, I don't know, 50 different topics in this
right.
last hour and a half. So we're just here. We're hanging out. We got Impact Slammiversary watch along in about 2 hours from now. I don't know if they're starting at 7 or if they're starting at 8. But we got
Who
that
wanna watch
going
along
on.
today?
What's that, Andrew?
I said, who wanna watch along today?
Joel and whoever he wrangles up. I don't. Whatever he wants to do with it, I'll probably pop in there. You're more than welcome to pop in. Like the thing with those is like sometimes we're all in like different spots, and so
Right.
it's like we're reacting to just kind of different stuff. So it can be a little bit difficult. But yeah, we're doing that, and then we're doing the Money in the Bank watch along as well. Bunch of stuff on Twitch this week. I feel like we streamed like every single day except for Wednesday, but then we did like double streams on Sundays. So yeah, we're very busy on the Twitch this week.
How many people Impact gonna have in the building tonight?
I think it's very limited. Because like it's like a full on like experience to do it. So there was no like general admission tickets for it, from what I remember.
Right.
So I think it's going to be like a very limited crowd, but at least there will be some fans there. Give me a
That's
bold
good.
prediction for Slammiversary, Andrew.
Ooh, bold prediction for Slammiversary. I'm trying to think, like, because I don't think it's gonna be like no super duper big surprise. Like I like just I feel like over the last couple months, I feel like Impact has like really more so focused in on the people that they will have to work with on the show, and not necessarily like, oh yeah, let's build this whole show up based off surprises. Like it feels like they kind of focusing on the talent that they got like right now that's probably gonna be on the show. That is gonna be on the show. But like as far as like big you know, surprises go. Like, I mean, we talked about it like with the, I guess Chelsea Green. I guess I bold prediction. I would say Callahan beats Omega for the title, as a bold one. This is a no DQ match, so
Yeah.
I'm like, I guess they could favor that in the way of Sami Callahan. I mean, that's probably like the boldest prediction I got. Like you could scoop all of us right now with the Deonna Purrazzo thing. You could just ruin the whole damn show for everybody.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
I want the show ruined so I can go ahead and write this article so I won't have to worry about it.
That's why. Look, I'll tell you off air. I have no problem telling you off air if you
Cool.
want to know.
So I can go ahead and type this draft up.
Dude, that's why you know how we work.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm the same way. Sean's
get
like,
it out the way
oh,
early.
Yep. Sean's like,
Get it out
oh,
the
I
way
know
early,
this. I'm
bro.
like, all right, cool. Let me know. Let me get this article out of the way. Like, I'm pre-writing everything. Like, even if
Bro,
it's something like,
that's the way to do it, bro.
oh yeah,
That's the
you
way to
have
do it.
to. You have to with this stuff. Like, you
But
saw.
you save so much time.
Exactly.
by
Like you
doing
saw
that.
everybody like basically ruining that Finn Balor was going to be on the show last night. Like everyone
Right.
was sweet. I was like, all right, I'm gonna pre-write this. Like I was done with that article at like 5 o'clock. Just had to fill in what he actually did, and that was it. Like you gotta pre-write this stuff, and that's what
Telling you.
like, it saves so much time.
Jeremy gets it, ladies and gentlemen. He gets it.
I mean, I learned from you about this shit, like 100%. This is why, like, most of the shit that I figured out how to do, or just the work and everything, I just learned from just working with you. So, yeah, but
That's
pre-writing,
love, my brother.
it's a must, absolute must. All right, my bold prediction. I won't go Sammy. I still think Omega's gonna win. It just wouldn't shock me if Sammy wins. I think we're gonna get kind of like a surprise for Falaba's partner because TJP.
Oh yeah.
As far as like who that could be, who else got released in April from WWE?
Who would make sense to team with Father Botto?
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be like a long term thing. It might just be like
Right,
a pop
right.
type of thing. So like if it's just a pop, then it could be kind of like anybody, right? So many people got released from WWE.
Man, I'm telling you.
It's insane.
You think we get probably get just a random guess, Iconics?
I do think we get them. Like I don't know at what point, maybe because the Knockouts tag title match is on the pre-show, which was weird. But yeah,
I mean, I think that's because we seen that match already, maybe.
maybe
They probably
maybe.
like, and I definitely don't think that you should probably have the Iconics popping up on the damn pre-show.
No,
so.
I don't think you want unless you're like trying to move stuff last minute. But I don't think. I think we're gonna get, and this isn't like a big name or anything, but you look at these April release names, and like outside of the Iconics, like it's not because Joe's already back with NXT, so it ain't gonna be him. I think we're gonna get Wesley Blake on the show tonight.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I think we're gonna
West-
get him in some capacity.
Weston Blake. Weston Blake. But say I bet say you think they could probably do something with Steve Macklin attacks Falaba and then him and Weston Blake.
Maybe I like
Fill in.
that. I really like that one actually.
Like, I mean, if that's the case, they got to win the tag titles, right?
You
Or
would
you think it's
so.
too early for that?
Yeah, you would think, but like I like Violent by Design as the champs. And, like,
think
they're using like the Freebird
their
rule
theme
and
song's a
stuff.
Hit.
Yeah,
No, I do like Violent by Design though. That's it. Now that you mentioned that, I was like, damn, they do like. Well, I don't know why, bro, but like I really like Roan to like start liking Eric Young.
Eric Young's good, right? Like he's so good.
Bro, isn't he like a part-time like NHL writer for like The Athletic or some shit like that?
He used to be. I don't know if he still does that stuff, but yeah, he definitely used to do a lot of that stuff. Eric Young's like
That's
just
impressive.
tremendous. All right, and then give me a bold prediction for Money in the Bank as well.
Money in the Bank. Matter of fact, let me look at this card real quick. Money in the Bank, because you know what? I think they saving most of the like the big surprises for like the shows following Money in the Bank.
I think so
Like,
too.
I definitely think we're gonna see Becky Lynch at some point, like within the next couple of weeks before SummerSlam. Like, or I think I think Sean was the one that reported that Cena's gonna be on the next SmackDown,
I think
right?
I'm hoping it's the Cleveland show.
Oh,
Hoping
you
he
lucky,
said he said
you
it
lucky.
could be the Cleveland show. Look, man, if it's the Cleveland show, they're gonna cut to me. They're gonna cut to me for the reaction shot because I'm going crazy if John Cena pops up on that show.
I think that's a good match for Roman for SummerSlam. I do.
Oh
That's
yeah,
a good little, what's the name? And then we probably ain't gonna see Cena again until next year because that
yeah.
man is busy. He checked out now. He's full time Hollywood, just like Dwayne the Rock Johnson,
I mean that's easy money for those guys though.
bro. Like
Trying to
I
go on
can
the road, 52 weeks a year. Like nah, I'll just shoot these movies, promote them,
can you
make.
imagine The Rock coming back working a full time schedule, hitting house shows? That'd be funny. Hey, John, you want to know some sad shit that I was thinking about? Like, I mean, it's not sad, but like, more than likely, when Becky Lynch comes back, the booking of the women's division will improve tenfold.
Hopefully. Hopefully. Like, I don't know if I even trust that though. Do you really trust it? Oh no, did we
Well,
lose
with Becky
Adrian?
Lynch
Oh,
coming back,
there we
no,
go.
I'm still here.
Yeah, do you really trust that like the booking is going to get better with Becky back?
Yeah, well, on the Raw side, let me say that if she's going back to Raw, then 100% the booking
Right.
will improve. Now, I don't think for everybody. And see, I was thinking about cause like to say that when to say that when Rhonda came in and things didn't improve is a lie. That's a lie.
True,
Because
true.
when she came in, things did definitely improve in the women's division. Like things picked up like real quick, and it wasn't perfect, but it was better. And like with Becky coming back, seeing as how just for, like you said, like me and you listen to these interviews, like you hear how people speak about her, and if she speaks up for people, you know what I'm saying? She's not that person that like she seems like she's more than welcome to spread the wealth as far
Yeah.
as like helping everybody out. So I definitely think things will improve, and like she'll at least try to do her best to get people in certain positions that could at least have like a title match or something along those lines. I don't know what the fuck they doing with Naomi. I feel like they view Naomi along the same lines as they view Mickey James. Like they think Naomi's like a part of that like old guard, like, and she's like just the vet that's just there to fill in certain spots. Like, I'm like, dude, she can still Naomi's like in her early 30s, like she can they're like basically in her prime right now. Like but
They
that
they've
that's
dropped
them.
the ball so much with Naomi since her return. What was it? Was it last year when she
With
came
the Royal
back?
Rumble,
Yeah, at the
yeah,
Rumble.
bro,
Like, man,
Kiki Palmer wanted to play in her damn movie.
I know they just she got such a big reaction, and it's like, oh man, like this is the time you can kind of go with this stuff, and they just like they didn't do anything with her. And I know she had like some health stuff, and that was very unfortunate, but they could have just done so much more with her, and I just don't know if that they're ever gonna see her that way. Like I'd like her to win Money in the Bank, but like she feels like an afterthought. Her and Asuka. Like it just feels like
Yeah.
they're both afterthoughts in this match, which is
Hey,
very
I'm
sad.
about to say, Jared, don't you always think they view Oscar as like the like is that like, oh, emergency break glass, let's get Oscar in
Yes.
here, like
Yeah.
if something goes wrong or somebody gets injured or they need somebody to like be champion real quick, hey, break glass, let's get Oscar.
Yeah. 100%. Like it's just like, oh yeah, Asuka, like she's still over with the crowd. She's funny, entertaining and stuff. Like she's a good worker. There we go. Let's just put her in there. But they don't have like any actual plan
Right.
with this stuff. Like my fear with Becky is that like yeah, she's gonna come back and she's giving and everything, but like dude, their follow up to her double title win at Mania 35 was here's Lacey Evans and Baron Corbin and pairing her with Seth Rollins, and it's just like that ain't what people wanted to see. Like, dude, her match at SummerSlam was Natalia. I get it, like it was
Yeah.
Canada and everything, but like people weren't trying to see Natalia. I'm sorry. Like that was just not the feud that people wanted, and like those were her big two feuds coming out of like the biggest win in women's wrestling history. And it's like, man,
Yeah.
they're just not good at this. They're great at moments. I say it all the time. They're great at moments. They're
Bad
not
on the
great
follow-up.
like anything leading up to it or after that. But they'll create that damn moment. That's for sure.
But like it's crazy because like now that you say that, when you really think about it, like even you could even go back and look at Kofi, like his post WrestleMania win. That was
Yeah.
after that it was ass. Like I think they had the thing with Kevin Owens and it was like it was okay. You know, he did that bullshit with Dolph Ziggler for like
That
2 months. I don't
was.
know.
Oof,
It
that was
should have
rough.
been me.
That was
It should have
rough.
been. And then that promo Kevin Owens, he was like, it should have been you. And then it was a little bit, and now it's not, and it's never gonna be again. That shit was, I was like, KO preaching to the choir, man. And then after that,
Yeah.
what was that? Did they do something with Kofi and Joe for a little bit?
No. They didn't do Kofi and Joe, did
You
they?
sure? I think they
No, they did
did they,
Randy. They did Randy.
bro.
They did
Let me
Randy.
see,
There's
bro.
no way they did Kofi. I'm gonna look it up. Back to cage match.
Yeah, they did, bro. Extreme Rules 2019.
Wow, I have no memory of this.
Hey, no, I know what you. Do you remember when Kofi gave him the finger and he had that meme?
Oh, I thought that was Randy. What?
Yeah.
Was that Joe?
Yeah, that was Joe, bro. That was Joe.
I have no. This is apparently less than 10-minute match too. Absolutely no memory of this Kofi and Joe program.
You really shouldn't because I don't think it was any. Oh, remember when they did the what was that live event called, Jeremy? Smackville.
Oh, Smackville.
They did that. They did that Smackville thing with Kofi, Joe, and Dolph, and then after Joe, it was Randy, and then yeah, that's when Kofi
Yeah.
lost to Brock. But like the baby face follow ups are just like ridiculous, bro. Like it's like they just don't know what to do. That's why I said like if they would put as much detail as they do with Roman Reigns into most of the stories, bro, the shit would be perfect.
Yeah.
Like Roman gets like the Roman Reigns stuff has not missed. They have done everything to make sure that Roman Reigns stays fresh and like there's always new people and new stories and new stuff unfolding. Like everybody else is just like, you know, we'll get to y'all when we get to y'all for the most part. But I mean that's the E. That's what they do.
That is definitely again, man, just moments. They just do moments, and that's kind of it. They don't do fresh. Just 50 rematches every single time. They literally they're doing Carmella and Bianca again. Like Carmella's lost 15 straight matches. She just lost. It's like just do a rematch. They don't do fresh.
But did you see that? But that pop that Ricky Starks got when he won the title, the FTW title.
That was good.
Chef's kiss.
You know it'd be good in Texas. Like that's where he's from.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, so he's from Texas.
yeah.
But I was kind of glad they didn't announce him from Texas.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I mean, even though people cheered him anyway, it was just like still the cool because I mean he's supposed to be the quote unquote heel in the situation. I don't know who the fuck thinks Brian Cage is a babyface, but
That's
okay.
an interesting decision moving forward if they're
Very,
gonna actually try to
very,
babyface Brian Cage.
very, bro. He does like. I can't buy into somebody that looks like Brian Cage, like his pure size, that genuinely makes me believe that he's a babyface. Like I mean, I could get team. I guess I could see him like that if he was up against Will Hobbs. I guess maybe, but anybody else is like, I don't really know. I don't know.
He just doesn't have like a babyface presence about him. Like, and maybe because like we kind of know his off-screen stuff, and it's just like,
Yeah.
I ain't trying to cheer for this guy.
I forgot all about that. Till you
Yeah.
said something. I was just thinking about the character stuff, but like the one like I forgot about that. Mr. We ain't gonna get into all that, but yeah, you know. So yeah, you got a point. But like, I really did like that they like Darby and Ethan Page closed Dynamite. I feel like that's a good thing that AEW got going, bro. You can tell like their future core of talents. Like
Yes.
it's like I think that's the way to go. Like they building like to like the people that's gonna be here when Cody steps away or Kenny like talking about from the ring. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's a good thing to do. Like you building these, and the crazy thing is, bro, like even with MJF, he rarely wrestles, bro. Like he's on TV a lot, but rarely wrestles. He's preserving his body. That's a cool thing. That's a win for him.
Yeah. That's something AEW is like just good at in general of like keeping guys on television and fresh. Like we talk, Joseph and I were talking about this on Thursday with like Ethan Page, and it's like Ethan Page doesn't have like a ton of like victories on Dynamite or anything. Like he's got a couple of like just kind of small wins and everything, but he doesn't have like a signature win on like Dynamite. I guess like him and Scorpio beating Darby in the handicap match maybe, but like that's a handicap match, you know. So and not like any type of like signature win, but like that feud felt so fresh, the match felt so fresh, and it's like, hey, this is our main event. Like Ethan Page, this guy who just kind of has a couple of small victories, like he's in our main event, and it's gonna be good. And it was like that match was fantastic. And that's what AEW is just very good at, is like just keeping like matches fresh and guys fresh for the ring, because like they do so much promo stuff and just like continue to keep these guys on TV and building stuff through that instead of all right, like dude, like contrast that to like Ricochet and Morrison, who have wrestled for 5 straight weeks now. It's like, all right, it's a good match and everything, but it's just like, all right, I've seen it. Like you're just gonna have to keep going out there and like trying to top yourself every single week, and at some point, like you just can't do it.
Okay. I generally wonder who discovered that Ricochet and Morrison wrestled on Lucha Underground one time, and they was like, yeah, we're going to do that.
He's always 10 years behind, right? He finally discovered that this Lucha Underground thing exists. He's like, oh, they had a good match here. All right, let's do it 20 straight weeks.
I feel like his main thinking is like, oh, they only known for their match against Lucha Underground. Like, well, they're going to be known for their match on Raw. That's Vinnie Mac right there. Lord have mercy, bro. Bro, hey, General, I don't know. I for real, bro. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but like sometimes I legitimately almost fall asleep doing Raw.
Dude, I don't watch Raw anymore.
Bro, I'll be covering. Oh, you so fucking. Bro, I'll be covering the show for the site, and I'm talking about like dead ass. Like I'll be like sometimes like dozing off, like doing the show. Like I remember I was supposed to do I was supposed to do the podcast with Way and Nate from Post, and I remember I was supposed to do the news segment, and I fell asleep like before they went live, and I remember I woke up. I woke up like at the like I would say like an hour after they recorded, and then like we went and recorded the news segment later, but we was just dying laughing. But the show was so fucking boring, bro. Like, I was like, Jesus Christ.
I 100% just like I don't watch Raw anymore. I just because I don't have to do the news for it anymore, and so.
Are you so lucky? You're lucky, bro.
Dude, I got a decent schedule when it comes to like the night stuff. It's like, you know how hard I'm going like throughout the day and everything. So like if I don't have to put in the 12, 13 hours and shit, like Tuesdays are my long days because I'm up, I'm going, and then I got to cover NXT.
Right.
And Fridays can be the long days too because I'm covering SmackDown as well. But like Raw, DeFelice covers that show, and I'm like if I ain't gotta watch it, I ain't gonna watch it. So
right.
I do not watch it. I hang out with a girlfriend. We watch the Are You the One?
Just keep it up.
That's it.
I would say the funny thing about that, bro, you can just keep up with it through Twitter.
Exactly.
Like
exactly. Like nothing important
you don't
happens
really
on
have
that show.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'll watch this Monday, like because I do think like the show on Monday is gonna be. I mean, I guess Goldberg is the big surprise, but like I think they're gonna have something to it on Monday, and fans being back is a nice draw as well. So like I'll watch this Monday, but man, a month from now or so, like it's just gonna be the same overall. It's be like, this ain't that important.
They already back on their rematch bullshit.
Exactly.
So
exactly. Yeah.
Bro, like if they really wanted Bianca to have another title defense, why don't you just put her in the ring with somebody else? Put in the ring with somebody else. It's like literally that simple.
It's really just it's to set up the Sasha return, right?
Yeah, I mean that's that seemed like the obvious like consensus that everybody think. But like, I think it's other creative ways to like bring Sasha back,
I agree.
opposed to like just hey, let's crash this match or let's. I think what they'll do is now see if that's the case. I don't think it's gonna be at Rolling Loud. I don't think that match is gonna be at Rolling Loud. If that is the case, I feel like they will want Sasha like in
Yeah,
front of a big crowd. You know what I'm saying? Her return. That's what you would think, right?
you would think, but I don't know what this company thinks most of the
And, and
time.
then and then and then with the report that Sean put out with Cena, you know you would just think that those two things would be on the main show instead of Rolling Loud, because I feel like Rolling Loud there will be spectators there, not necessarily fans of pro wrestling, people that just like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? That's wrestling over there. Let's go sit down for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes while they eating, you know.
I swear if I swear if they do like a Cena thing at Rolling Loud, not in Cleveland, I'm pissed. Um, even Sasha, I'm gonna be very upset. I feel like Rolling Loud is just gonna be like a couple of matches. I don't think it's gonna be like this super thing that a lot of people. I do think it's gonna take up at least like 30 minutes of the show. Um, but the girlfriend's messaging, we don't get Bianca this Friday. I don't know. I'm not sure. Like my assumption is kind of that this Bianca Carmella match is happening at Rolling Loud
At
and it's
Rolling
not
Loud,
happening at Cleveland. I could be completely wrong. I just don't know what they're doing with Rolling Loud. It seems like
they haven't
a
announced
Bianca
anything, have they?
Carmella match like makes sense for that venue. But like Andrew said, like if you're gonna bring back Sasha, like why wouldn't you do that in front of the wrestling crowd and not the
Yeah.
the festival crowd, who I'm sure they know who Sasha, like maybe that's the thing though, is like that crowd probably knows who Sasha is and everything, and like she comes out, like she'd probably get a big reaction there, so it's weird. I'm not sure.
They haven't announced anything for Rolling Loud, have they?
No. That's the only thing they've announced for next week's SmackDown is just Bianca and Carmella. And again, we don't know if this is gonna be in Cleveland. We don't know if this is gonna be in Miami.
They need to have the real Cleveland heroes show up. Mike the
Oh
Miz
my
and Mrs.
god.
Mizanin.
Oh my god.
Hey John, what should I get for Uber Eats? I'm hungry. Give me some
Wait, where are you going?
anything. I was thinking about getting some from Uber Eats. I was trying to decide
Oh,
what I
from
should
Uber
get.
Eats, man. You mentioned to me like one day that you got Chick-fil-A, and like now every time I think of like ordering any type of food, Chick-fil-A
It's
is
Chick
just
Fil
like the only thing I
A.
want to order.
Chick Fil A. I was thinking about getting Popeyes. You know what?
Okay.
Let's
Okay.
do that.
I like that.
I haven't had the chicken sandwich in forever.
I
Let's do
gotta
it.
I gotta eat something. I think I'm gonna just throw a pizza in the air fryer and eat that.
That sounds well, delish.
Dude, I cook
I heard my
everything
little
in the
cousin
air
say that.
fryer.
Bro, I need a damn air fryer. Keep hearing about these things, and
Dude,
people keep saying it's so clutch.
it's so good. Like I don't cook anything but in like the air fryer. I mean, yeah, if it's like a stove or something, I'll have to kind of use that if it's something of that size. But like, dude, I everything just instead of like I've used my oven like maybe like once, and it was because it was like a very large pizza that I needed to heat up. And air fryers like aren't that big, but I'm doing like burgers. I did like bacon wrapped hot dogs the other week in the air
Oh,
fryer,
that sounds so
dude.
fucking good.
I
Gee.
mean, it's murder on your insides, but
Hey
it's
John, real
use the
quick,
shit
bro,
out of the air fryer.
can we talk about the goat, please? The
You're
real goat
here.
of this life show. I'm talking about the man himself, Hasbula.
Oh man, this dude, this
Bro,
dude.
I have never seen somebody that has more like memeable content on the internet, bruh, than Hasbula. Like this shit
He,
is hilarious, dog.
dude, this guy just walking
Hold on,
around like
wait,
a
bro. So
mob
is he
boss
a
and
grown man?
shit.
Is he a grown man?
I think so, isn't he?
He's like 18, right? He got to be at least
I
18,
don't know,
18,
man.
19.
He might be, but like, yeah, he looks like. I mean, he looks like a 40-year-old kid, essentially, like what he is, and he's just acting like a mob boss and shit out here. Like, bless this dude.
I saw the video of him like he bought like a pet monkey and shit like that. Like it's a he like best friends with like Habib Nurmagomedov and stuff. Like I was like, what the hell is going on, bro? Lil
It's
Hasbullah
insane.
in the internet fame. Like I always see that video of him like when they doing like the little fake press conference like we tried to kick the other little person. It's like I swear, those videos are hilarious, dude. Like there are so many like funny stuff. I saved this one video on my phone. Like they had him like taste test like chocolate strawberries and shit like that, bro. And bro, it was the face he made that was so damn funny, bro. I had to say it. I was like, I could get so much mileage out of this gift. It's hilarious. I had said that to my grandmother one time, and she was like, it was a couple weeks back because we was over her house, and she was like, "Oh, how did you like this and that food?" And I sent her that, and she got upset because the face he made. It was hilarious, bro.
Just that, yeah. It's crazy, this stuff that just like blows up on the internet. Like that shit should, because it's hilarious, like you said, but it just, the shit that just like gets over on the internet is absolutely nuts.
The goat.
He is. He really is. Just I watch those videos just all day. Just him like, it's like doing
just
shit.
Doing shit.
Yeah, like, it doesn't matter. Just like him doing shit, because his reactions are so good, and like, just like his look, again, like just a 40-year-old in like a 6-year-old's body. Like, it's insane.
But that motherfucker is fun sized.
Yeah.
Like,
like extra fun size. Extra fun size, man.
Bro. That shit is crazy. And the thing is, like, I can only imagine like how much like popularity and like money and shit he'd be pulling in if he get to the States. Like the popularity that he has just off the strength of like where he's based out of. Now, just imagine if he could like travel and like do appearances and shit like that. Shit would, oh my goodness, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh shit, Kate's here. That means it's time to wrap up because Kate is here.
Who's that?
Kate from Twitter. The last name, and I feel really shitty right now. Kate Hensler. I was like, what's the last name? Yes, we just met 2 weeks ago, and we're best friends who hate each other. Yes, Hans he's the man. He's the man. All right, Andrew, how do we do 2 hours? This always happens with us. It's like, what are we gonna talk about?
Damn, bro, been 2 hours.
Yeah.
I just looked at this. I ain't even. I mean, it didn't seem like it.
It never does. It never does.
We was just over here talking shit. That's what I'm thinking. Like, oh, you know.
Exactly. It never does. We did one, like, we just chatted on the phone one time, and
we do this all the time, bro.
Yeah.
All the time.
Like, oh yeah, I got like 20 minutes and we'll talk, and then it's like 2 hours later. It's like, the fuck the time go?
We hop on the phone at like 5 o'clock. Next thing you know, it'll be like fucking 7:59.
Exactly. I need to eat something. We gotta prepare for a fun anniversary night, hopefully.
That's what I was thinking. I'm gonna order some food.
Yeah, I'm about to make this pizza right fast and
you
relax a little.
Fucking air fryer.
Try to relax a little. Andrew, I mean, feel free to plug anything.
Man. Check out the Andrew Thompson Interviews YouTube channel. Always putting some solo clips up, and I got the interview with Jossie coming out this week, who won the Black Wrestlers Matter Championship. You might have saw him on the recent episode of AEW Dark, which is great for him. Got that coming out. You know, try to push out some more interviews over the next coming weeks. It's a fun time in pro wrestling, and then of course you can check out my written work over at the Post Wrestling site.
Head over to Post Wrestling. Check out everything Andrew does. The best news updates in the business by far. The best news person in the business by far. Like, just.
Do you see what he does? Do you see what he does? Do you see what he does? See.
Me and you are the only people who are listening to these fucking interviews that ain't nobody else. Not only are they not listening, like, they ain't even finding these interviews. We're the only two people doing this shit, Andrew.
Yeah, I ain't gonna debate you on that one. I ain't gonna debate you on that one. But nah, man, I appreciate you, Joe. You know it's all. I fucking talk to you all the time, bro. Like, we talk all the fucking time.
You know, you are always welcome on here anytime. Just hit me up. This is a brilliant thing of just Sean giving me a Twitch is just like, appreciate the bits. JJ with 25 bits. You're both the goats.
Shout out to JJ.
JJ's the man. He was on the in the chat when I was doing SV3 show today, and SV3 was putting him over as well. JJ's the head of my PR department, man. Head of my PR.
He's a good dude. JJ a good dude, bro. He always showing love, always supporting.
JJ is great.
Good person right there.
He is. JJ is fantastic. What was I saying? Oh yeah, like with the Twitch, you just kind of get away with whatever I want. So anytime, again, you just want to be like, hey, let's talk about this, let's do this. Like, all right, cool, let's show them on Twitch, let's do this shit. Or we can keep some stuff in private and just banter on the phone.
Yeah.
All right, Andrew, I appreciate you.
I cannot believe it's been 2 hours already, bro. What the? Jesus
Every single
Christ.
time, man. Every single time. Anybody got suggestions on who to raid? I ain't raiding Impact. Throw me some suggestions on who to raid.
That's funny.
What do you guys want to do? Y'all want to watch some stuff, or y'all want to support someone that you might watch otherwise who's streaming right now? Give me some suggestions from the chat. Dan says be fresh. Hey Lisa, I got the Marble Crew is here from last night. Dan, Kate, Lisa, we're playing this game Marbles on stream. Andrew, it friggin' just it's insane. It's just like it's like a marble simulation, like racing, and you enter, if you're in the chat, like you essentially pick your marble by playing,
like the color and shit. Like
yeah, and it's just it's very intense. It's very intense. Like people really had a good time last night with that. So we're probably going to do that on some Friday night streams moving forward, because it was very enjoyable.
Hey Jeremy, you want to know what we got to do one time? I need this. Me and you, 1-on-1, SmackDown versus Raw GM mode.
We will do this,
bro. Just 1 month. We go see who could pull the better rating. Because I remember from that game, they give you like a star rating, right?
Yeah.
They give you a star rating and the amount of fans. Let's do it.
We will 100% do it. I'm open to all of these ideas. Like, you're a busy man. That's the thing. You are a busy man.
Man, I gotta come. I'm gonna come and do that with you one day. I still owe you that NBA Street game too. I really want to do that shit.
I'm free to any of this stuff. I use the Twitch to not have to do so much writing. I do enough of that shit. So I'm just like, all right, when can I message Joseph all the time. I was like, you just want to like stream today? Like, because I don't feel like doing any more written work. I've already done 20 articles today. I'd rather just like get on
Chill
Twitch
out,
and like banter and play video games and stuff. And he's like, okay.
I feel like that's a stress reliever too. It's
exactly.
It's like just time to unwind and stuff like that.
Exactly.
But real quick, I know we supposed to like wrap it up, but like I was just thinking, like this literally just came to mind. The one person that I have never seen do a post WWE interview and still has not done it yet is Pac.
Yeah, I was thinking of that. Like,
he hasn't done one. I don't think he ever will do one.
I don't know if he will either. It's been so long too.
Bro, because if AEW restricted couldn't get him on,
right?
Then you would think if anybody would be able to get him on now, it would be them.
It's kind of cool that like with his persona, he's just like, yeah, I ain't doing these interviews.
Can you imagine the stories he has though?
Oh. Yeah,
but especially because of that Enzo.
The Enzo, exactly. The Enzo stuff. You know, he's got some shit to say about it. He just, bless him for just not getting caught up in that.
Yeah, but you want to know what? I think that's kind of cool though. Like the fact that he hasn't done that yet, or won't do it. I just think that's cool.
I agree. Like, yes, Lisa, there will be a Slammiversary watch along that starts in like an hour and 15 minutes or so. Yeah, Dan says he seems really private. He does. Like he flies back home, and that's why he misses like these AEW shows and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, good on him. You got to do all these. You got to be like Drew McIntyre doing 50 interviews a week.
Hey, Jerm. Let me tell you something, bro. Let me see. Look, we supposed to wrap it up. you see. Do y'all see what happens? This is what happens literally every time me and Jeremy talk. It's always like, oh yeah, we're gonna go, and then he says something or I say something, and it's like, oh yeah, you remember? Dog. The amount of Drew McIntyre interviews that you and I have listened to since 2018 should be illegal. Drew McIntyre should give us mandatory PR interviews just off the strength of how many interviews we cover from, bro. And I'm not mad at him, bro, because like he get asked the same shit all the time,
Yeah.
but like it's the same shit every time, bro. And I'm like, it's not his fault because he gets asked the same stuff literally every interview. But like, damn, send somebody
So
else on these tours, bro.
so much. So because I mean he was the champion, and then he had the book and everything, and like Randy ain't doing these interviews
Oh, yeah,
and
you
shit.
know damn
So like he's not he wasn't doing the interviews when his little short reign. So and then Mania. So it's like, oh well, Drew's been the face during the pandemic era for Raw, so we'll put him out there to talk about fans coming back and stuff. It's like, oh man, this dude a million fucking interviews. It's yeah. I'll be happy if he doesn't do anymore. All right, let's raid. We'll raid Be Fresh. I saw people seem couple on that one, so let's do that. Apparently, it's Adam Cole's brother. That's what people are saying. So that's cool. Adam Cole's a fan of the Fightful Twitch. I don't know if that's true or not. Y'all enjoy y'all's night. Again, we'll be back in like an hour and a half or so for the Impact watch along, Slammiversary watch along. I'll probably pop up on that at least early on before I just give up on watching Impact tonight. Y'all take care. Catch y'all later on.
Peace.